I hope you've learned from my other tutorials and have been practicing, because the big moment is here. We're going to not just take this house, which is a fairly complex build, but all the trees around it, this bridge and the stepping stones, and even the furniture inside. All right, so before doing this, you can take a deep breath, get a drink, relax, minimize whatever stress you may have. It really helps to concentrate. Something I like to do is go to View menu and then have a look at the statistics bar. Time dilation should be 1 or as close to that as possible. Otherwise, things will feel like molasses, rubber bandy, so to speak. Main agents, that's avatars. There's just me here. It helps to do it when it's quiet. The region performance is great, and you can have that focus. All right, it's time to begin selecting. Go into edit mode. Tools menu, select tool, edit, or control 3, which I'll do right now, because it's the shortest, fastest way. If you ever find this takes up too much of the screen, you can temporarily minimize it like that. Now we'll want to do a quick double check of the tools menu to make sure these options are set correctly. So generally you want select only my objects to be on, select by surrounding to be off, and show hidden selection. You'll want this on if there's lots of things inside which you do want to see, but note that it does slow performance considerably with lots of objects. So I've just left that off for now. Having done that, I can now begin. You can single click on certain prims. That might be slow with so many objects. So I'm just going to hold down the Alt and the Control keys to orbit my camera. And I'm going to click and move the mouse down so that I have a bird's eye view. And now I'm just holding Alt again, so it zooms me out. You want to make sure you have a good view of your property. And at any time, if you're not sure where your edges are, View menu and Property Lines will be certain to show you the boundaries. So there we have, zoom in very close, the boundary, and back. So notice these trees, don't need to worry about those since it's only selecting ours. So good. Only ours are selected like that. Okay. Let's zoom in closely again. So again, hold Alt. Camera skills really help. Sometimes I'll hold Alt and then I'll hold Control. Notice how the cursor changes like that. So I can orbit and zoom alternatively. This helps grab and drag around so I can peer, or a popular term is cam scan, to camera scan inside my house to make sure that I've got what I need. So if I notice something is not selected, then I'll hold down the Shift key, click on it, and then I can add to that with a lot of finesse until I'm sure that, oh, be careful. You'll want to zoom in until I'm sure that everything has been selected. Now let's have a look at how much we've actually selected. Let's maximize build, and wow, nearing 2,000 prims. Note that whenever possible, for your convenience, you don't have to select the entire house or a build. You can divide things into sections such as the north end of the house, or say a furniture set, things that are thematically linked, if you don't mind repositioning that later. Because that can help mitigate the risk. When you res a whole bunch of objects together, things can get very slow. So again, patience, a great amount of it is recommended. But just take your time, just relax. So holding down Alt again, I'm going to zoom out and see how much I've got. This is pretty epic. Pretty much the whole house as I can see. Don't worry if you forget 1 or 2 objects. That isn't too big a deal. But now, I think we're at the moment where we want to take this build. Are you ready? Right click and take it and wait. It will take some time. Don't be impatient. Just leave things how they are. And there. All right. That was pretty good. We got all that stuff. We missed these hanging lanterns. and we missed whatever that purple cube thing is and this torch. But in the whole scheme of things, we did pretty great, and we can always right-click and take these afterwards. Now we go into inventory, what you'll see is it doesn't have a representative name of the entire thing, but it does have the icon of a coalesced object. Don't res this again until you're in the right place, especially because the permissions are bound to say something like no copy. If you don't have any backup copies, you'll want to prepare at the destination location before resing. Let's go ahead and take the rest of these two and watch another tutorial to find out the conclusion of re-resing this build at a new parsec.